4 minutes to start the streaming. I should say, the countdown timer. We are streaming.
Okay. Are my headphones plugged in at the top?
I think so. Did you check to see if it's working? It should be. If it's not working, then let me know.
Yeah, it's working. And the music has started.
It's tango cable, it's clanging sleigh bell, where we align.
YouTube is 10 seconds behind real time. And Facebook is Only about 10 seconds behind YouTube, so about 20 seconds behind real time. Good connection today. Awesome! Yay!
Don't you know what first is inside? Midnight downtown. Don't forget your solace.
I have Facebook comments live.
I was just going there myself. See what we got. Yep, working perfectly on Facebook.
It's tango cable. It's clanging sleigh bells. Where we unwind.
Not on YouTube.
Yeah, I wasn't able to get it either.
Remember last year? It's still in my head. You kissed my hair and said what you say. Remember my fear? It's still in my head.
Okay, thank you for throwing me out of time. Sorry I couldn't address you then. I was in the middle of some things.
Not a problem. So you got it? What I told you? Or you want me to repeat?
I got close enough. Yeah, he said
Yeah,
timing's good, 10 seconds and 20 or something.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's close enough.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. Thank you.
Said what you said.
Firefall music is kind of relaxing, isn't it?
I love this song. I was listening to it in my head the other night and I couldn't figure out where I'd heard it.
It's a little worried there. I was thinking that there was some problem when I got that false copyright claim.
Yeah, it's so
That,
annoying.
man, is that something I don't have rights to?
Don't you know the first day?
Definitely sounds very modern and current and relevant in today's music. Hi, Michael. I see you on YouTube now. Is that a good iced tea you're drinking?
It's delicious. You make a mean drink, honey. Well, so today we're going to be going in the Sahara Desert
The
and then
Sierra?
off into the jungle.
Oh,
You got
wow.
to go through the desert to get to the jungle.
Are we going to be going
We're
around
gonna
the
be looking
loopy?
for the spots. Sorry, I was still trying to finish the sentence. If you didn't catch me.
We're going to go around the loopity loop?
No loopity loops. No,
Darn.
we don't do that.
I always wanted to travel.
Yeah, loopity loop in the jungle.
There's no loopity loop in the jungle?
It still reminds me of that antelope. The guy's on a bicycle apparently has a GoPro on it, and for some reason, this antelope from about a 45-degree angle just nails the bicycle and knocks him over. It's
I
like,
haven't seen that one.
yeah, it's interesting.
I love
YouTube
the
video.
one, the video you sent me though. Ha 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 ha!
Moi.
Mwah!
M-U-A-A.
Ha ha!
Moi.
Mwah!
Moi.
Mwah! Ah, ah.
That's it.
Mwah!
That was cute with the baby though, wasn't
Oh,
it?
that was
The
adorable.
baby was trying to say it, and the daddy was like, here's how you do it.
That was so cute.
Still is work in progress.
Yeah, baby caught it on better than I do.
Well, let's see if we have anybody with us here.
Hello out there.
Hola, she says.
Who's joining us today? Where are you from?
Don't forget your solace.
got the shy ones today. See, I scared one away again, honey.
Life can be like that.
This is still on the topic defense.
Yes. Like I said, defense, or uppercut, watch the spots. Oh, that felt good.
Stretching. Hi, John. Welcome back. All right, Michael, it looks like you are on. Oops. Now you're on.
Green Bridge friends, Michael here at BridgeHands, and Grace is saying, "Hola." How are you doing,
Hola.
Grace?
Hola, I am doing well. Bien.
Muy bien, yes. So here we are having a happy, terrific Thursday. I hope you are doing the same, and we're going to do more on defense today. And let's see who we have out there with us today. Anybody want to sign on in? Say howdy. Grace, we have anybody? We have John here with us, don't we?
We have John W. Remind us where you're
W.
from, too, so we can give a shout out to your town.
Everybody's from Toronto these days.
Sylvia Kemp.
Hi, Sylvia. She's actually from Quebec, correct, Sylvia?
No, I'm from Ontario.
Ontario.
One of those big cities. Come on. Sylvia's up there in the nice Ontario. Lovely city. How are you doing today, Sylvia?
Close to Niagara Falls.
Oh, beautiful.
Yes, we know that area very well. We've been on both sides, and obviously the Canadian side is fantastic. And last year when we had our 90-day around the United States, in 90 days, 12,000 miles. How many gallons? 800 gallons, wasn't it, Grace?
800 gallons of diesel.
And we enjoyed seeing you from the other side.
So how's your screen working for you? It looks like we've got really good time
Yeah,
today.
everything's fine.
Oh, that's
everything's
wonderful.
fine.
Peachy.
Only
Okay.
10 seconds behind, so you won't have to wait long to see the cards.
So yeah, okay, we'll go ahead and just get started. Before we do, though, I have a couple treats. And, you know, one of the things we do when we're playing is we have finesses. We don't prefer finesses, but sometimes that's the best we've got. We use them. And so part of that is knowing, well, what are the spots on the cards held by the other players? And I have a couple programs that are fascinating. I've talked to you about some of the others that I use for bridge simulations and the like, but there's one that is called Suit Play. And it's probably been around 15 years or so since I had the first version. It is from Lars Kappel Hansen in the Netherlands, I guess, is where he lives and created it. It's a free program that can be downloaded. And let's go take a look at what that is. First off, I'm going to go over here, F1, Control B, and go onto this screen. And here we go. And the dial-in number that Sylvia is at today is 563-999-2185. So what I wanted to show you was that this programs, one of them is called Suit Play. It's an executable, so it runs on DOS or Windows these days. And the one I had was an old version. It doesn't work with Windows 10. I don't know why. But at any rate, if you go to search for suitplay.exe, like executable, you can get that. And I'll show you what it looks like in a second. Another one that's out there, which is you don't have to download. You just play it from the server. It's called Bridge CC Analyzer. So you just search for a Bridge CC Analyzer, and that will show you another one that you can just try online. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to get this back off of the screen. Before we do that, we're going to take a look at this little guy right here. So on your screen, you should be seeing in the upper left, Suit Play. I just installed it and running the program. And here's a hand that I put in. If you look, you just type them in, and it for the north and the south hand, and you can see once you enter the letters on the keyboard, AKQ64 and T85 for the south hand, it displays them. And you can have different goals sometime. If you look where it says down in the lower third, it says play line A. Sometimes it has a line B there. There's different ways to play depending on your objectives. But in this case, there isn't more than one line of play. So it just shows line A. And it says the goal to make 5 tricks, then you're going to have a 73.4783%. And there's only one line, line A. And if you're looking for 4 tricks, you have 100%. Because they could have Jack against you, but you should be able to still get 4. Jack 5 times, that is. So, okay, so let's see. Let's take a look over on the right side, and you can see where it shows all the different probabilities. The top and the bottom one are where you have Jack 5 times against you. There's only 1.96 of each, so 2 and 2% is 4% that you've got all 5 against you. And so on and so forth. Like Jack third, I'm looking at the 1, 2, third line down. There's 6 combinations the way that could happen. It's 20%. And there's another one, Jack third, down to third from the bottom. So there's 40% that you're going to have Jack third against you. But it could be Jack Doubleton on one hand. And you can see that Jack Doubleton, Jack X versus 3 littles is about 13.5%. So that's 27% that it could be a Doubleton. But obviously not as much as the almost 41% that it's going to be Jack third. You don't have to memorize these, of course, but it's good to kind of know what just the basic odds are. I will show you as something we have on BridgeHands that might be useful also, but I'm just going to go ahead. And so I can go in this play field. I've moved the cursor over to where it says play, just above that ace, king, queen, 6-4 on the left-hand side, and I'm going to put in a card. Now, maybe I don't want to say specifically which one of the remaining cards. I just can put in an X. And it'll say, well, okay, we're going to play a 5 then. If you're not going to say, it's just going to start with 1. So, okay, it's a 5, and now I go up to the next hand from the north, and I'm going to put in A, K, Q, 6, or 4. I'm going to go with the Q. Okay, at least I think I am. How come I'm not letting it get in? Wouldn't you know, I'm having one of these demo demon days. Oh, I see. I played from the south hand. Okay, so I got to get one of these here. So we're going to play from the west hand, and it's going to be the small X. And it picked the 2 for us. There we go. Now it's working. Now I'm going to go for the Q for the north hand, the queen in the north hand, and now we're going to the, you can see it says Jack 9, 7, 3 for the east. What you want east to play of those remaining cards. And I'll say low again. I'm just going to hit X. And it says, okay, I'll give a 3. So now what do I want to do from south? I want to do the X. I want the 8, I think is what it'll pick, and it did. And what do you want to do for the west? And I'm going to say X again, low. Everybody's doing low. And we are going to play the king, I believe. And now we're going to do X again, and X, and we're going to do the ace. And so we have all 5 tricks. So over on the right, you can see where it showed in bold Jack third for west and 2 little for east, that 20%. But it could have been the Jack third the other way. So 40% of the time, that's the way it's going to fall. So sometimes when you get more complicated lines of play, you can put in, well, if we play this card, what would it be? It is actually more sophisticated than that, too. If you know certain cards, you can actually, if you look at when you're setting this up, you can have the number of entries to the other hand, the dummy or the discards or the rough, number of vacant spaces. If you know one of the players has a certain number of cards remaining, you can put that in there. And also if you're playing an imps and you're trying to get in 3 no trump true ticks, you can do those sorts of things. So it's a pretty clever program. It's just something that it might help you at some point if you do want to study different finesses. Now going to BridgeHands, I wanted to go to that for a moment too, and we can see if you go to BridgeHands and you search for, I don't know, suit breaks or something, or probabilities or card distribution, you'll probably get to this page. The probability of card distribution is what we want to look at. And so today we're going to have a couple hands where we have 8 cards. So if we look on the left side here, outstanding cards are 5 then, isn't it? 8 from 13 is 5, and the most likely, I have those in blue, a 3, 2, or 2, 3. And that's 67.8% of the time. Well, great. And so I guess remember just 2/3 if it's easier for you, or 6, 7, 8 if you like repeating numbers. Then it can be 4, 1, 25%, 1 and 4, or as one top bridge player corrected me, no, it's 28. So I looked it up one time. It's 28.26. It rounds to 28. Or excuse me, 27. That's right, 28.26 rounds to 20.3. There we got it. So anyway, you can see that's a 1 and 4. So it's 2/3, 1/4, and the last, if you're really unlucky, it's almost 4%. That's that one you recall where it can be Jack 5th against you, one way or the other. So, and then it says, how do you want to play it? Well, you have a 5.7% of the singleton we talked about. Then you could mostly try finessing the king and queen and not for the jack. Percent of a doubleton, 27, or the tripleton is 40%, and so on and so forth. But it's good just to know a little bit of the basics of odds, as we'll find today. So you can look those up at BridgeHands. You can download or play on the server for those programs, and that might be a little bit helpful today. So I think we're about ready to go to our first program here. We're going to take a look at the very first one, and we'll go ahead and start with a masking. And let's see, hand number 8, Sylvia. I think we're going to have the dealer is going to be west. So I'm going to show the west hand here. And we will just let you kind of coast for a little bit there until we get to the decision. But if you have any things you'd like to chat with me about this as I go through, please let me know. Okay, Sylvia?
Thank you.
Okay, great. So far so good. So here we go. It is a 6, 4, 3 zip. Ace, King, Jack. That's what we'd like to see in our long suits. Good working honors. So that's 8 plus 2. distribution, because it's definitely have entries. Another 4 for the ace of clubs, and hearts, nada. So 10, 14 points easily. Going to be a 1 spade over to the north hand. And north has got one of these hands we see a lot, 4, 4, 3, 2. About 28%, I think, is what it is that'll come up. And so, okay, well, that's 3, 4, 5, 6 points in hearts, and that's about it. Jack fourth, I guess you might give a point if your partner bid the suit, sure. But no bid there, so that's a pass. 1 pass, come on. There we go, pass. Over to the east hand. East has a 4, 4, 3, 2 again. Where 1 exists, another oftentimes will too. So 9 high card points in diamonds, ace, king, queen, fourth. In spades, our partner suit, that's nice. No high card points. King, doubleton of clubs, there's another 3, and 3 little in the hearts. So we have 9 and at least 1 distribution. We have some roughing potential on the clubs. So, so if not just a 3-card suit, it's a 4-card suit. I'm going to give another 1.5. So whatever you do, 1 to 2, something like that. So we'll see with our partner when bidding goes more, but we obviously don't want to do a sign-off bid. Looks like we have definitely enough for a game, don't we? Maybe slam, but I don't know. This triplets and hearts doesn't really enthuse me too much, but we can wait and see. So, Sylvia, what would you do with this one here?
I would bid Jacoby 2 no trump.
Jacoby 2 no trump. She's a good advanced player. 2 no trump saying is that I have 13 points, and I have 4 or maybe more spades, and I have some interest to slam, but rather than go 4 no trump, let's do it low. Awesome. Okay, so to the south hand, and south is, well, they've got a 5, 5, 2, 1. 5, 5 in the minors. Ace of hearts is worth 4. Queen, jack, fifth, 9. I don't know if I'm going to have that many entries. I'm not going to count any distribution because I don't see any entries except for the ace of hearts. Same with the diamonds, no entries there. And the singleton queen in their suit, nothing, nada. So, no bid. I guess that I suppose sometimes people, when they hear Jacoby 2 no trumps, they like to just get in. They just love to make it hard because oftentimes the Jacoby 2 no trump bidders don't have thoughts on what happens if there's an intervening bid. But we'll say that this person is good-natured, playing with their family members. They're not going to jump in with a 3 club or 3 diamond bid. So, okay, going back to the west hand and west. So, we'll let Sylvia say what her thoughts are. So you've heard your partner say Jacoby 2 no trump, and there's a whole host of rebids. Oftentimes rebids and re-rebids are tough. What do you think, Sylvia? Do you have a good partnership agreement, or are you going to just wing it?
I would bid 3 diamonds.
3 diamonds, and I would alert that, saying is that is a singleton or a void suit in the diamonds, so it is alertable.
Can we uncover the cards, please?
The cards are uncovered, yes. So, at any rate, we're looking at the diamond suit over in west, and so it's alertable bid by east, saying, yes, what is it? Well, it's not a natural bid because it doesn't show length, so it shows shortness. So, good, Sylvia, that is the correct bid. Now, Oswald Jacoby, he's like, well, if you've got a 6 card, you bid the 6 card, but those have kind of changed in modern times. So, but he had us off to a good start with his convention. But some people might say, I play it the old original way. At any rate, we're doing the more modern way. We show our shortness. Unless we have a great 5-card suit, then we can bid that at the 4 level. No, that's not what we have. So, okay, so it is 3 diamonds, alertable. Pass by north, no bids such as doubles for lead direction or things like that, although they're not going to be on lead, so you'd just be giving information away to the opponents. So back to the east now. We're going to show the east hand, and now, Sylvia, after you've heard 3 diamonds, does that make you feel excited, or does it make you feel a little like, not quite so hot?
That's right.
Yeah, that's right. Opposite ace, king, queen. I mean, sometimes you can say, well, okay, I'll take that singleton or void, and I can pitch some in the other suit, but sometimes they just attack that suit, because if they're listening, and opponents don't ask right at that instant, wait till it's the opening lead time, and then you can ask the meaning of the bid. Otherwise, you're just helping the partner of the person who made the alert to tell that, because he maybe didn't know what 3 diamonds meant. It's like it was fuzzy or something like that. Maybe he thought it meant to control, like an ace. So Sylvia, you want to just go to 4 spades, or?
I would go to 4 spades.
Yeah, I don't think even 3 spades. From a standpoint of controls is what we should be thinking about. And you would say, well, I have at least 2 controls, and the king is really a control for most people, even if your partner's got a queen. So yeah, you don't really have a hand that has 4 or 5 controls. So I concur. So 4 spades it is. And the opponents, of course, you should be listening to this and thinking about, well, what's that lead going to be? If you had like a ace 4 times in diamonds, you probably wouldn't want to lead that suit, hearing that Old West has got something going on. So we're going to show the north hand again, and the north is going to be on the lead. And Sylvia, what would you think should be led on this if you were in the catbird seed there? Saying,
okay, the north hand is covered.
It will be open in a second. Yeah, it takes, if you're watching on Facebook, about 20 seconds. If you're on YouTube,
no, I'm watching on
about
YouTube.
10 seconds. Yeah, it should be showing about now.
Okay, I would lead the King of Hearts.
Yes, absolutely. King of Hearts is a great lead from a sequence. There's nothing else. Now, if you had some other notion, like you had no points, and you're thinking, well, my partner must have points if they didn't go to slam, that would be different. But absolutely, perfect call. So, okay, the King of Hearts comes out, and it goes low. Oh, I should show the east hand, so we're going to show the east hand. Everybody's going to look at the dummy. So it'll take about 10 seconds before you see it, but I think you remembered bidding on that one a while ago. So the King of Hearts, a low, and South plays a low. Okay. And then a low by the West. Now let's take a look at South's hand. And also we can take a look at East. So that would be Southeast. So, okay, in about 10 seconds, Sylvia should be seeing the South and the East hand, and we can see that South said, I'm playing a 4, and let's see what kind of fruits that produces. I'm going to show all 4 hands, and I'll bet you have some thoughts on this. I sure do. So, okay, they're thinking, wow, what should I be switching to? I'm not supposed to switch to diamonds. Oh, my partner must have the ace and the queen of clubs. So, nope, I think you should go to a club at this point. And a low, and okay, you can go with a jack, but oh wait, what? What happened there? Well, that was kind of odd. So North thought they were doing everything fine, and we can see Declare will succeed by winning the next 9 tricks. So something happened wrong there. And let's go back. Playing a king and a low. We know that the king must be from a sequence, but we played low. Let's try that again. So we're going to try B and go back, and same bidding, same everything else. Lead a king, play an ace. Yes, unblock and get back to your partner's suit. You have a doubleton. Hello. So play the ace, come back to the jack, and then playing the queen. And hey, they were 3-3. That was nice. So I guess, do we want to play that 13th heart? Or excuse me, the 12th heart, that we know that West has another heart. Yeah, I think so. Our partner can ruff, and we'll see what they play from the dummy. Maybe if they go with a 10, maybe my partner will duck. Who knows? Play an 8, and no matter what you can play over here with your nice 4 spades, it is a singleton queen. What was that? I think about 4% between the two of them. In any one hand, it could be. So yeah, it happened to be something above what's in the dummy. Certain cards in the dummy will have different results, and that we want to look at next. So this is, remember, about looking at spots. So let's just try it again. This time, they're not going to have in South the singleton queen. Same again. King of Hearts, overtake with the ace. A heart back to the jack. A queen of hearts, everybody follows. It's rough time. And over in the East, you got a little lazy. You could have played the 10 or the 9 there, but if they have something over the 6, you're stuck. And yeah, they had a singleton 7. That's kind of insulting. All you had to do was play a 9 or a 10. Because, if you've got the ace, king, jack, 10, 9 times, it's not that many times you're going to have the queen in the south, but it could be. But at least don't give them double the odds by playing the 5. So the point is, think about your spots. And when you see something like that, consider that option. I think I have one more from this side here. Sylvia, this one gets a little bit more complicated. Are you ready to watch it?
I am.
Okay, so king of hearts to the ace. A heart back to the jack. The queen of hearts. Everybody follows. Okay, a heart goes up with the queen. Okay, good. If there was a jack there, you didn't want to play the 10. Because we have 9, maybe it's going to fall doubleton 2-2. Played the 10 to the 6, see if they finesse work. They didn't go for the finesse. Ace, they held back on the jack. Very smart of them. And the void, okay, now we have some new information, don't we? And I don't know where I went here, but I know Grace is like, Michael, oops, too big. Nope, wrong spot. There he is.
He's
Come
doing
on,
a
Grace.
disappearing act.
Here he is. Okay, so in this situation, what we're going to do is we're going to say, we know who's marked with the finesse. It is south. The other is void. And it wasn't like they unnecessarily played one, but there was a singleton. So, okay. So it was 3-1 against us. And that's 50% of the time. So we're happy that it's on side. So, okay. So we need to get back to the dummy, I guess, right? We can't get back in diamonds. What do you want to do, Sylvia?
Well, we'll lead a small club to the king.
Yeah, small club to the king. Absolutely. Awesome. And next?
Then we'll lead the 9 of spades.
Yeah, the 9 of spades. You could play the ace of diamonds, but if they had some freak distribution and they did that to you, you would not be feeling so happy. You just need to play the repeated finesse. So you play, what's that? They went up with it. Okay, yeah, that's good because I guess you got an entry problem. So you can play it once. Okay, but no more, please. A 9 of spades to the 7. They're still ducking, hoping we might make a mistake. But no, I've understood that north is still out. If they show up with one out, we can say, Director, please, we need your help over here. Yeah, we had an established revoke. Okay, so that holds. We played the 3rd, and we did finesse with the 3-1 after the north showed out. So I think that's the kind of thing we want to think about when we get the play, is to kind of be thinking about our spots. Ace, king, and 4 little. 6, queen, 10, 9, 8. Okay, so we know we're missing the jack, and I guess that it could be where we have 2-1. One might be the jack. It could be 3-0. Less likelihood. Don't worry about the odds on those too much. But you can see is that when it was that 3rd round of hearts was played, and in the 4th round, don't play the 10, as the jack might be behind you. Jack singleton, jack doubleton. So go up with the queen and hope that they have a good break. And if they were 3 against you to the right, then...
Sylvia, are you with us?
Earth to Sylvia.
The sound just cut out for me.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry. Maybe I was mumbling a little bit.
It's back on now.
Okay, good. Well, we're going to try the second hand. Where we doing okay so far?
Yep.
Okay, good. Yeah, definitely. Sylvia did...
Bro.
Wait, no, she's not a bro.
Knock, knock. Who's there? Nailed it!
You nailed it. Good job. So, okay, we're going to go to hand number 9. And 333. Huh. South. Oh, yeah. Definitely an opener. Ace, king, queen 5 times. That's 9 plus 1. Jack 3rd and spades. No. Queen, jack 3rd. Yes. Another 3. Okay, so you've got 13 points or so. So no problem bidding there. That's a 1 heart. And Sylvia, what do you want to do with this next hand? Do you have any thoughts on the west hand?
Okay, I'm going to open, just a sec, my partner's a passed hand.
Yeah, and you heard 1 heart to the south, so you'll be the overcaller. 5-3-3-2.
I'm going to open one spade.
Yeah, one spade. That jack third is not going to help us at all, probably. So one spade. Yeah, not two spades or anything. Just keep the ball in play. Okay, to the north hand, you've heard one heart, but you've only got a double 10 and some stuff on the side suits, the minors. That's a pass. Okay, over to the east now. One spade on an overcall, which could be, I don't know how much your partners will bid on. Ace, queen, 5 times and nothing else, maybe. But it's got something. So, and we've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, but a 4 triple 3. But 3 spades. What would you like to bid with this one, Sylvia?
I would bid 2 spades.
Yeah, a sign-off bid, of course. Excellent. 2 spades, because you say, I have 2 tricks for you, which is kind of another way of saying the same thing when we have a sign-off. I just have 2 tricks. South, do you want to rebid your hearts? Indirect seat? I don't think so. No, it's like, yeah, it looks like we have some points, but our partner's not going to have too many because they're showing, it feels to me like they've got so far, I'm seeing about 20 points between them. But, you know, over on my overcaller in West, they may have a huge hand. I just don't know. So don't make a bid when your partner's passed. Could be bad trouble.
Another comment is that the south hand has 4 quacks and jacks.
Well said. 4 quackers and jackers. Okay, so over to the west hand now, Sylvia. What do you think here?
Oh, I'm going to pass.
Well, hold on a second. Maybe. But yeah, your partner signed off and you say, well, I don't have that many high card points, but let me just ask you to do a second look at this hand. And let's, now that you have a suit fit, you should be able to use losing trick count conceptually. So in spades, we say we have the first 3, so no losers there. In hearts, we definitely have 3 losers. Even if it was queen third, sorry, that's considered 3 losers. Queen 10, they say 2.5, whatever. I'm not sure I can get that precise. In clubs, we have 1 loser because we don't count the first 2, so there's 2. And in diamonds, well, it looks like 2 to me, doesn't it? So I think, yeah, I think so. So I guess, yeah, if you had a little bit more juice, you know, if you had another king there, you would then be able, well, I mean, your partner has it, you would be able to do some kind of a help suit game try. But with 7, you were absolutely right. You just did a lot quicker than I did. Yes, Grace?
If we can we get a little bit more clarity on the screen? It's a little bit fuzzy.
No, I can't really do anything with the screen. If on your screen it does not look crystal clear, then what you'll want to do is as follows. Let's see if I can have a screen to show that. Well, this will take me a couple seconds, but I think for those of you who have this issue, let's go ahead and do it. I'm going to pull up a screen, YouTube screen. I'll probably get some bad echoes for doing this, but the screen, YouTube screen. Okay, here, I think I got one. So I'm going to bring this little fella down here. And, oh my goodness, look at all those. I'm going to get rid of all the marks there, if this works. Yeah, okay. So if you take a look at my screen here, it looks like I'm pretty crystal clear, but if I wasn't, here's what you would do. Down at the bottom of your video, you see this little gear where it says settings. And it would say, what is the quality? Yeah, mine should be better than that. It says it's in the auto mode and it has 720 pixels. Now, if you were on a mobile and like Grace and I, when we're out there towards Toronto in the RV and there isn't very good cell reception, maybe it'll say 360 or 240 or something. But if you click on it, and you can see that it says it's in auto, and we have these other lower. And if you have something where it says 240 or 144, that's the reason why. Now I'm going to move this down a little bit and see how I can go over here and say, no, I realize it's 720, and maybe I'll get some dropouts or some latency, but I really want my high definition. And the quality of the cards and things will improve. So we're transmitting at 1080 pixels for those of you who are into that type of stuff. But that's what I can do to offer you some help. So everybody who saw that, good. If it doesn't make any sense to you, it's okay. So Sylvia wants to play in 2 spades, and we agree with her definitely on that. So it's up to the north to do a lead, and they play the 10 of hearts, high, low from a double. I think we would agree with that, wouldn't we? Also, our partner bid the
That's what I
suit.
would do.
Yeah, I mean, if we're riding with them, they may not give us a ride home if we don't lead their suit. So, you know, we want to ride home. So we play the 10 high-low from doubleton. At least I hope our partner thinks it's high-low. Maybe he thinks it's a singleton. I don't know. But they win it, and everybody's looking at, hopefully, doing that, what we said yesterday, eyes right at 45, or I think Larry said 90 degrees, but whatever the direction is, look at the dummy. Okay, so that's the dummy. So, okay, we can see diamonds are kind of a threatening suit. We over in the south, yeah, we definitely know it's threatening because our partner has the queen. It's not going to help. So, okay, so at any rate, we see 3 in the dummy. Our partner seems to have led high-low, so it looks like there would be a 5-3-3-2 suit, or maybe our partner only had a singleton. We'll see soon. We play the ace. Yeah, it was a high-low, so we know that they each have 1 left. And we play our king, and partner in the north plays low. 7. I guess you could be a 5 of diamonds, but hopefully your partner knows it's a low. And so, all right, so they're all out. Do we want to do for overrough, or are we going to play a club? Let's see what they do. Yeah, they said, okay, let's test the metal of the north ace-west hand. And partly why did they do that? Well, they know that they have jack third. We know there's 3 in the dummy. If they have ace, king, queen, we're going to almost force them to go up with the ace, king, queen, or else it's going to be a big question mark. It really, you want to put, whenever you can, the opponent where they have to make a guess. And this is what a good opponent will do to you, is they'll say, okay, here's a guess. Here's another guess. How do you want to play the guesses? And so West goes into a deep think, and they're kind of between a rock and a hard place, aren't they? And I guess if you play low, then they'll go up with the 9, but then there's the 10. And we can see that in this case, any one of those will work based upon the lay of the cards this time. But if we happen to have the jack in the north hand, and you might worry about that, and you would say, okay, let's go up with the queen, you still can fall all the cards, because you can do that repeated finesse of the south. As you take a look at that jack again, it's going to be the same thing. But you know, it's not always going to work that way. And I have some more iterations just to kind of show is that this is kind of what it is watching the spots, because we should know about how the uppercuts or over rough kind of works now. So we're going to take a look at 9B. Same hands, might be a couple spots different. Oops, the jack is in the north hand, isn't it? 10 of hearts to the queen. A king of hearts, they both follow. Ace, they both follow. Another heart, they go up with the queen. Maybe north, you didn't have your cards very close to your chest, because you normally hold them in your left hand. And if your hand is fanned a little bit to the right, you know, your righty is going to see it. In that case, it's the west, and they're going to say, oh, they've got the jack. Try to keep your cards chested. So, okay, plays the ace. They don't misplay. If you're online, sometimes somebody misclicks and they drop the jack and they're expletive deleted. But they go,
For the last time, no.
don't do those misclicks. But we can see is that that's the best we can do on that. So they are going to get a spade. So yeah, unfortunately going to be down 1. It was just a bad break of the cards. But let's go to just a couple more to close them up here. And so it gets a little bit more interesting here, Sylvia, this time. Bidding, once again, is the same. We look at the spades. Jack 9 doubleton versus 3 small. Same start. Nothing to report there. All's quiet in the western front. They go up with the queen. And fortunately, it was a doubleton. Remember that 20% chance that it's a doubleton in one or the other hand? If it's doubleton either, so there's 40% chance is what I'm saying, or almost 41% chance if you want to get precise. But yeah, so when you have jack doubleton against you, that's pretty cool. And let's go ahead and look at the next one. And I think that will be the last one. And Sylvia, let's see what we do here. Oh, it's 4-1 against us. But the fifth one is a jack. Do you have any sense, Sylvia, how often a jack comes up a singleton if you got 5 out against you? You take your time, or you can just wing it or something. Or I would do it kind of using this approach. But
I would say it's a very, very small percentage.
very small. Would you say that since there's 5 out, it would be 1 in 5?
Yes.
Yeah, and that's 1 in 5 sounds like about 20%. I mean, there's something called a priori versus posteriori, which is kind of technical terms the scientists have, but one of them is like, if you know nothing else, you use the a priori. If you start to listen to the bidding and you have some other information based upon play, then you can use the posteriori. In other words, you have some information of fact to help you make a better chance of figuring out the odds. But here, we don't know. Unless somebody doubled, then I say, oh, they must have a lot, including the jack. Okay, so the 10 of hearts goes to the king of hearts next. They both follow. And North goes up with the queen. And it turns out that didn't get a play from the... Sometimes I see where the North hand, they play the spade. No, you don't follow suit. You follow the opening suit led. Play the ace. It drops the jack. Okay, now we're in that posteriori, not the a priori. We know that, they wouldn't play it unless it was a singleton. Huh. So that was that 4-1 with the singleton jack. Okay. So we need to get to the other hand, right, Sylvia? Because we know that there's 3 now in the south hand. And if we were thinking, we'd know which 3 it were, but we know that it's not the jack, or it wasn't the ace, king, queen. So I guess that leaves some below the 9, whatever they are. So, okay, at any rate, we go to a diamond to the jack in the east hand. And we have to be a little careful because... we don't want to play diamonds too many times. That could be the death of us. We can use that queen of diamonds to get to the ace and the king if we need to. But we have to get a pitch on that 3 of clubs somewhere. So, okay, we play a 10, and there's nothing where they can overtake us. We play the 9, and okay. We have to play low. Don't go up with the king. So now we have to get back to the other hand. And if you play a low diamond to the queen... I'm sorry, they're going to rough it. But if you think, well, clubs haven't been played all day long, all hand long, that is. So, yeah, that would be the safer play, just in case something happened. But if you play diamonds, you have to play 2. You have to play the ace of diamonds and then another diamond to rough in. But no, you can't rough in. So it would make no sense to play a diamond. So be a little careful with these when you have that. And you can see that this time we play a club back, our trump, and we are home free. So, Sylvia, do you have any questions or thoughts about some of these hands?
No, I understand the play.
Good. Okay. Well, we're gets a little bit more higher end on the uppercut or roughing, but sometimes I think what happens if we get back to, I'm going to just go back to this one. This has happened to us before, and it will happen to us again, I'm sure, is that when we are over the declare over in the west and we're looking at the dummy and we play the 5 of spades lazily, I like to say, when the 9 would not have cost anything to prevent against south having a 7. Now, if they have the queen, we're always going to have that issue, but don't just play quickly and just assume that they don't have the 7 or the 8. So, okay, Sylvia, I think we've done it. Unless you have some more questions, you have any other things you would like to chitty-chat about?
No, I don't have any questions.
Well, we definitely thank you for being here and joining us live and in person.
Absolutely. We did it well, and I'm glad you got your computer. It's like running very smooth today, and so we'll have more opportunities, but best to you and our Canucks up there in Ontario and the rest of Canada. So thank you for joining us.
And is anybody else out there have any questions before we sign off today? Let us know.
Yeah, I guess I haven't been looking at...
It's been pretty quiet.
YouTube. It's been pretty quiet today, huh?
Yeah, they've been quiet.
Well, I guess that's okay. No problem there. So that was great of Sylvia to be with us today. Awesome job. She was like 100%, wasn't she?
She was on it.
She nailed it all the time. And for her, it was...
That was easy.
That was easy for her. She just, every one of them had the right choice.
Definitely.
So I hope you're going to be making some right choices also out there in Bridgeland. And we are finished with our Thursday. We have hopefully something fun again on Friday.
Fun Friday.
Don't want to make
Yay.
them too tough. We have to have some fun days, don't we?
Definitely.
And then on Sunday, I think we'll do another lesson for the people with the Ultra and Premium membership. And I think it's going to be, you know, we ixnay on the uppercut days or over rough days. How would you say it?
Uppercut?
Yeah, no, I mean, give us some Pig Latin the way you would say.
Uppercut, uppercut, uppercut.
There you go. I've never learned that one. She is awesome at that. So I think that's about it for today. Thank you very much for joining us. I hope you have a great time out there. And until tomorrow,
Happy trails.
happy trails
To
to you.
you.
Until we meet again.
Where's those things that can distort our voice buttons? I like those buttons.
You know, I had a problem with the sound, and I had to kind of uninstall it, and I have to reinstall it. So yeah, I
bummer.
will put it back on.
He was going to
Yes.
auto-tune me. That was going to be kind of cool.
That will be.
Bye-bye. See you
Bye-bye
later.
now. Take care. Have fun.